What's good, everybody? It's Kaige-O Gaming, and welcome back to our very first time playing The Outer Worlds on hard difficulty. If you are enjoying the series, make sure to leave a like. If you're not, make sure to leave a dislike. I appreciate all your feedback. And last time we left off, well, we had just made it to the Iconoclast settlement. We got a brand new companion, Nyoka, so we have all 6 companions, which is great.
All I'm saying is it ain't worth it. It's gonna taste like sulfur all the same. Nuh-uh. Taro's got that sweet.
So let's see what else is going on over here.
You gotta boil it or you'll get sick. And all that sweetness takes in the air anyhow.
Rioter.
Are you ever sober, Miss Remnorine Wentworth?
Only when I got a job to do, and even that ain't a guarantee.
Fair enough, lady. Fair enough. Okay, everybody's kind of chilling in their home. What is this? In this copy of Dissident Hunter, the hero braves the dangerous hellhole that is Monarch. Numerous edits are scratched into the text, and a number of the villainous dissidents have had mustaches and hats drawn onto them. Stay out. That means you. Due to external damage, this device can no longer store more than 4 logs. Please contact your assigned terminal engineer to replace the storage device. Dear Diary, Graham taught me how to meditate today. You close your eyes and you breathe in real deep and try not to cough. Then you just listen to yourself. You know how sometimes you'll be hiding from a mantiqueen and you're trying to be quiet, so you focus real hard on your breathing and you can hear your heartbeat and you think, how can this mantiqueen not even hear me? And all of a sudden you have to sneeze and it reminds you of that time you were coming back with the delivery, and as you were putting it on Zora's table, you sneezed and it slipped and a bunch of things broke. Meditating is like that, only you're supposed to think of these things on purpose. Graham calls it, I don't remember what he calls it, Reco something? He says it's your own eternal truth bubbling up to the surface, and the things you remember are what you're supposed to focus on and try and improve. When we meditated, I almost remembered that sitting on rocks hurts. Maybe I'm supposed to toughen up my tailbone. Zora's really smart, but you know what? Sometimes she can be such a bee. I was supposed to get some info for her from Cascadia, but I couldn't find a way over without going through Marauders, so I gave up and stopped in at Fallbrook to pick up some supplies instead. While I was there, Chastity dropped in for a few games of whist. She's so cool. She's always playing games there. When I lose bits, I get really upset. I don't have much, so losing what I have, it hurts, you know? But Chastity can drop thousands on a single game, and she's fine. Well, sometimes she drinks a bit and slams the table and storms out, but still, mostly she's cool about it, and I admire that. Anyway, when I got back, Zora yelled at me because I was a little late. Something about medicine not getting here fast enough. Sigh. Graham just said to try not to lose track of time on my next run, and I promised I would. See, that's how you teach someone. Don't gotta yell and make them feel bad. Today, Zora gave me permission to buy ammunition from Bronson. I don't think I want to, but she said I should just in case. But guns are really loud. I'd rather just run away than shoot one. Still, I'm kind of proud. Zora said it was like a promotion for something I found in the wilderness. I think it's a code for a door, but I'm not sure why it's important. I can't even get near the place without getting attacked. I asked her what a promotion is, and she smiled in a really sad way and told me I shouldn't worry about it. This will be my last entry. Sorry, Diary, you've been a very good listener, but our time has come to an end. This terminal was making a horrible beeping noise yesterday, and someone smashed it while I was out, and now I can't save more diaries. Milton can't fix it, and plus, he says I should stop coming into his house to try and write when he's not around. Whoever smashed poor terminal, if you're reading this, suck sulfur. Repair. Storage capacity increased. The logs prior to the most recent 4 entries are unretrievable, but new entries may now be saved. Well, hopefully that makes whoever was writing diaries happy. They lost their stuff, but, you know.
It ain't right. How many good folks feel
It ain't right, they say.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, okay. Aren't you supposed to be waiting on people?
Mantiqueen.
Yeah, we felled it, mind.
Well, there's Zora
But-
and Graham.
We lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
Gee, 7
Total
people?
failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Hey,
Okay, can't talk to Zora right now.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
What do you teach?
The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
Tell me about the Iconoclasts.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
But it'd be dangerous to let anarchy run rampant.
This is not anarchy. Society requires structure, Captain. It is just that the board's structure is killing the colony. Ours will not. All right.
I've heard people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What happened?
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
I can only imagine. Sorry I asked.
It's fine. Perhaps someday I'll be strong enough to recall that tragedy, but today is not that day.
I want to know more about your teachings.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
Let them talk.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Let them talk.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking?
Likewise. Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
Interesting
The
concept.
universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris.
What do you mean by an awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the overlords before him.
But his workers enjoy much more freedom than those of the board.
Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight.
I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it?
Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
Even OSI, are their members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe. I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, what were you saying?
Okay.
All right.
Never mind.
Why have you come?
I have some questions for you.
All right.
Is this gonna be the same? Yeah, okay.
Why have you come?
I'm just looking for ways to help the people here. Anything need doing?
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
Wouldn't supplies help more?
Yes.
We will make do, as we always have. Spreading the word of our movement is of paramount importance. Will you aid us in our cause?
Sure.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
Huxley, the runner from the northern ruins? I helped her get out of there.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so... tone-deaf.
MSI supplies you?
One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Where's the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
Alright, I'll be back.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Does she have anything to say now?
I'm gonna need to buy myself
Oh.
an entire Rizzo plant after all this.
Get high capacity cartridges or extra supplies. Okay. All of this is stealing. Welcome to Graham Bryant's personal conglomeration of notes, theories, and findings regarding philosophism and how it informs our lives. I've organized into 3 categories: the iconoclast, the halcyon system, or colony, and the universe. Halcyon colony. Oh my gosh. The board's lies. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasp on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. Their lies become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. It is interesting that they don't like why is the Hope drifting off into space? Maybe we've gotten that answer, but why does the board refuse to help out the Hope? Why is it us that must save them? The oppression must end. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had been arrested for carrying Philosophus texts, not teaching, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is that what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No, their workers' minds are poisons, their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can no longer stand. We must tear this entire regime down. Dangers of a corporate society. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measured, quantifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers. It provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial cut. The corporations claim that they are the familial unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and if they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obligated familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who demand a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives until the day we die in our process, burned and filed away as another tick on a human resources paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so have abandoned all the warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. Sanjar and the betrayal of his truth. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporations, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I'd hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy. Should the day come when the metal of our spirits clash against one another, that empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay, celebrates, the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. I think that there's like a lot of misunderstanding between Graham and Sanjar. Like, I think they both want the same thing, they just have different ways of going about it, or I think Graham is a little more extreme while Sanjar tries to stay, like, rational. Like, he understands that he would risk a lot of lives if he just tried to separate from the board entirely. But coming into the board and getting some power, he might be able to change things without completely dismantling it and rebuilding it. Whether or not that'll be effective at all, who knows, but they just have, like, different ideas. Like, one wants to completely abolish and remake, the other one wants to have a voice and change. But I think they both have similar, like, wants, and that's to change the power over the people. Files on the Iconoclast. Personal thoughts regarding Zora. For someone who is so committed to the Iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sways her decisions, more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. She often tells me that our people are hungry. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. Ah. Teaching notes. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped through on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time, thus we wear the mask until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable, and though they stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. Shifting priorities. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I am happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. I wonder if that old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. I'll put them where they belong, as decreed by the eternal truth. So that's why... okay. That's actually hilarious, because I noticed that, like, the writing seemed a little off. Like, specifically the commas. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confess to know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind, but I stressed that I didn't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later Zora reported the strangest thing, stories of a marauder with a canid follower. I don't know if it had been sighted here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and a reckless, wild imagination. I wondered if she had told other people and if word had spread of the possibility until it wriggled its way into the mind of marauders somewhere. Ideas are insidious. Even a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony, poisoned as they are against the eternal truth. If we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. It is very different to face the eternal truth that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic conscious, can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophicism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve, and we overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday, our minds will be born more open to this idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. Okay, little background on Graham and his beliefs and what he's trying to do here and all that good stuff. Let's see what's going on over here. Huxley.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again.
I found your terminal, fixed it up for you.
What? Oh, in Milton's place? Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Me and my diary have got some catching up to do.
You made it back.
Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up.
How are you holding up?
Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts.
Her ankle?
So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax.
Alrighty. How'd you hurt your leg?
I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray. Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up back good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks.
How long will you be out of commission?
Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
Without the kicking, I assume.
Huh? Why?
Your leg?
Oh, ha! You're funny.
Alrighty, sorry to hear that. See you around. Where's the boy? It's Tucker. Is Tucker the boy? That looks like a grown man. Huxley, stay out of this machine. I know your terminal's out of storage, but if you break this one, things are gonna go tits up around here. Everyone else, as long as you know what you're doing, go ahead and clear work orders out whenever you can, Zora. Steam coming out of the roof. The pipes on top of my house are gonna burst. They're leaking steam. Someone ought to fix this before they explode or the steam hurts somebody. Oh no, engineering 55. Should be tech skills now. Oh, they're 52. It is tech skills though. What does tech fall under? Summary. Personality. Perception. Alright, if you guys can hear any noises, we have some people, power washing the complex, so hopefully it doesn't get too loud, but it sounds like they're out the front door right now, so if it does get too loud, I'll go ahead and make an edit and come back when they're done, but hopefully it's okay. Okay, so we need mind and personality. So if we use this, boom, remotely reroute the water. Nice. Arcing electricity at the bar. Looks like sprats chewed through the wires on the side of the bar. They're sparking up a storm. Remotely shut off the power going through the bar's side panels. Boom. Haven't heard from the Rapt House. We ain't heard from the Rapt House in a while. Sent Milton over. Ain't heard from him either. Someone needs to go check it out. Remotely reset the Rapt House communication breaker. Boom. Dear Diary. Dear Diary, eat it. Hux. Haha, hey Zora, I figured out how to add work orders. Erase work orders. Purge from the system. Medical examiner's residence door sealed. The door to the examiner's residence above the medbay is stuck and is completely sealed. Can someone get this thing open? Nice. Cool.
Looks like I'm not the only new face around here. What do I call you, stranger?
Captain Kaige-O.
Welcome to Amber Heights, Captain. Call me Tucker. You here to join the Iconoclasts? Help us free this world?
Hi, Houston. Tucker, you're Agnes's little boy from Stellar Bay.
I am not a little boy. Haven't been one for decades, no matter what my mama wishes. I take it she's still looking for me? Had hoped she'd accept my decision.
She made it seem like you were in danger, asked me to rescue you.
According to her, stepping foot outside of the house in broad daylight is too dangerous. My entire life, she crammed a fear of danger down my throat. Don't go play with friends. Mantisaurs will tear your arms off. Don't leave the city. Raptidons will spit acid on your face. Marauders can violate you. You'd fall in a sulfur pool. I stuck around way too long, ruled by her fears. I'm 42 years old, but she still sees me as a little boy in need of her protection. I won't stand for it, I tell you.
So what do you want to do about it? She'll keep sending people to look for you.
Stars, I don't know. My mama's a stubborn woman. She won't quit until I'm dead. You know, that might just work. You go back and tell her you found my body beside the road, all mangled and tore up. If she believes me dead, she won't look for me no more.
You're okay with her thinking you've died? Don't you think that'll hurt her?
I hate to think of her grieving, but it'll be good for her to move on. In the long run, you know?
I won't do that to Agnes.
I'm plain out of ideas then, Captain. I won't go back, and I can't think of a better way to get my mama to stop searching for me.
I don't have time for this. Okay. How can we get our persuade up? Because if he can face her, like, I don't want to intimidate him. Persuade is mind. And personality. Dialogue skills. That puts us up to what? $53, we're just short. Houston, you're fine. Alright, personality. That should give us what we need, right? Yeah.
Well met, Captain.
Talk about your
I don't
mother.
much want to talk about.
Running away is for cowards. You need to face her and show her you've grown.
She doesn't want to see me as anything other than her baby boy. Why would I go back again? What'll be different this time?
Oh, jeez. Teach her the iconoclast philosophies. Convert her so she might join you in freedom.
You're right. I can do this. I just need to stand my ground and make her see she can't control me anymore. No one can.
I don't know if that's the right choice. But, we'll try it. Ash.
Never seen you before.
I'm new here.
Take my advice. Move on. Get off-world if you can. If you can't, get to the bay. I've been halfway around T1. Monarch, they call it now. Been around it twice. Stood at the hot pole and the cold. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
Calm down, guys. Come on. Enzo, come on. Come on. They're all scared from the power washer. They're all sitting on my desk and sitting by all my cords, which makes me nervous. Ain't that right, Houston? Ain't that right? You guys are fine. Heartbreak, what happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you. I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. Fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
Mercenaries, what'd they do?
Mostly we protect the folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you. So long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found.
What if they're still alive?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
You want mementos? What, photographs, or?
Thereabouts.
Can't you find them yourself?
Getting on in years, kid. Eggs ain't working like they used to. Sulfur burns a little too long in the lungs. This joint's looking like my last home.
Alright, one lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking an outpost on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
You got it, boss man. Oh, that's gonna take us to a place we've already been. I wonder, like all these sealed places. Houston, you gotta calm down, buddy. You gotta calm down. It's not that scary. Alright. Anything else here? I don't think we have anything to sell. I have plasma launchers. A handwritten list of recipes, one stands out from the rest. Raptidon brains. Clean and boil brains, let dry, preferably under a spore tree. Season with sugar, AC, nutmeg, and paprika. Boil and filter a ladle of taro blood. Soak brains overnight. Cook 10 to 15 minutes on a low fire. That sounds disgusting.
I'll keep quiet.
Nice. Houston. Stop, buddy. You can't keep coming up here while I'm recording. Alrighty, well I think that's all we have to do here. We got another Deadeye assault rifle. I mean, it is like a sniper, but not quite sure how I feel about it. Let's get back out into the wild. Find some more action.
Survival of the fittest. One.
Alright, so if we look at our map, what's the closest quest? Down here, Mr. Pickett's biggest game. Okay, that's what we'll go to next then. What are we rocking? Okay. Keep rocking the assault rifle for now.
South here. Off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
Okay, we got something going on over here though. Ah, dude. She's hilarious. Hilarious. Alright, let's see what's inside here. Okay, bunch of money, ammo. We'll take it. Nice bunch of bits. Nice. We actually want to head this way first.
I'm just saying, if we did need to dispose of a body, this would be a good spot for it.
I hear acid baths are all the rage in Byzantium. Anyone fancy a dip?
You people are crazy. It's just too easy. Light him up.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
That wasn't too bad. It's a pretty big area. Whoa.
The strong survive and the weak perish.
Nice, dude. Tearing up these Mantiqueens. Level 21. Alright. Let's get another 3 in lockpick. Let's get tech maxed out. Let's get persuade up 2. Let's get engineering up, because we've seen some skill checks that require that as of late.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
That's gotta be my favorite voice line from him.
That's the last of them.
Well done, soldiers. That's a lot of loot. A little chest over here. Seems to be it in this area, though. Weapons from the void. Okay, we got a lot of stuff over here. So I guess that's where we'll head next. We got all of this stuff. We still haven't checked out down this road. I suppose once we get to these crossroads, we can kind of loop back. Or, you know, like if we need to sell or something, I guess. Let's make sure we hit these marauders. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. We have some people working on the complex out here, so
Mess with us.
I had to go ahead and let him in, do his thing. But now we're back to the action. Alright, marauders are cleared out, it looks like. We have like a bridge up top. Let's see if anything's going on underneath. Looks like we got some boxes over here to loot.
Looks like they were ambushed.
Ought to be quick. Are we gonna get ambushed? That would be kind of cool. I don't think we've ever really been ambushed before. There are a lot of noises, though. Okay. Where are we? Okay, this is actually the other side of the road. This is the blown bridge. This is a fast travel point. Let's go ahead and just clear this way while we're over here. We're already halfway down this road. We saw like a mantisaur or something over this way. Some free XP we can grab. Somewhere over here at least. Houston, the people are gone. It's fine. You'll be okay. This guy's being extra needy today.
Get past that armor.
Light him up.
I am a sword. I'll take your confession now.
Jeez. Blew that guy to bits. Okay, that should be everything. So we should be able to head back down and continue on over here. Which I don't know if this is like a little town or what the heck's going on. But it's definitely like an instance with a bunch of quests over here. Monarch. Oh, this is Fallbrook. Okay. So we got Fallbrook over here. We have all of these areas. Let's see what's going on in Fallbrook.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Well, thanks for the consideration, lady. You have a Manta Queen over there. We'll worry about that later, though. Okay. Go ahead and head on in. Oh, this place is super cool. Wow. It's like in the mountain? I can't tell. Like, is this supposed to be rock or like fungus growth? What's up, dude?
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits.
Where am I? What is this place?
Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand?
No.
Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the Hookem Allow me to paint a picture in your mind. A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for vice. We got booze and bets and non-communal beds. Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron.
Tell me about the amenities.
No reservation, no problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight.
Lilia sent me. Where's Catherine?
You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit.
Breathe. It's okay. Just point me towards Miss Malin.
She's not but just down the way. A 10 to 1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise. Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail.
Okay, I'll be back.
Time for a round of whiskey. A round of whiskey? Or both?
Whist.
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that, you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Did you just say wink at me instead of actually winking?
Don't believe I did. No? Wink. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats.
That's a stroke of sheer brilliance.
See? I know a fellow genius when I clap eyes on him. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, you look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me? In return, I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Hunter charm. Before, where should I start looking for your missing sprat carriers?
I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself.
Before I agree to this, I want some questions answered.
Hit me. I won't even hit back.
Punch him in the eye. What do you do around here?
Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase? I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5% off and a free drink at the ante-up. You're welcome.
Sure, why not?
A shrewd decision. Here's your starter pack and your drink voucher.
Lilia sent me to meet with Catherine Malin.
Wow. You're either an extremely important person or slated for a slow and torturous death. I do hope it's the former. Either way, you'll find Miss Catherine Malin straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality.
Punch him in the eye.
Ow! What was that for?
You told me to hit you.
You're nuttier than Miss Malin. Cripes. Remind me never to cross you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy.
Alright, let's get back to business.
Right. Now, like I said, me being a generous man, I'm willing to offer you a cut of the profit.
Not like I have anything better to do.
Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My Sprat carriers scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
Alright, boss man. We'll talk to you later. Those are cool helmets. The vending machine. Ooh. What do we have up here? Perfect time for a vending machine, since we are encumbered. Alright, we could probably sell most of this junk. We want to keep the hammer. Ooh, +5 persuade. We should have kept that. Can't we buy back? I'm gonna keep that just in case. You never know if it might come in handy. Sell all the junk. Sell all of these that we have multiple of. Sell them all down to 2. Free up some space. Still don't have much space left, but it'll do for now.
No, but thank you. I'm quite alright as I am.
What?
Oh, you're still here. I said I don't require anything at this time. Run along now. I've had more than enough to satisfy my thirst for one evening.
Okay, what's your deal?
Deal? A rather bad one indeed. The fella swore Fallbrook was unrivaled in its leisurely pursuits. But it seems to me the whole town is designed primarily to leech one's bits. And now that I've run dry, or nearly so, the fellas have abandoned me back to Byzantium. You wouldn't leave a friend in need, I'm sure. Don't suppose I could just ask you to scram.
Where can I find Catherine?
Can't fathom why you'd go searching her out. But it's your neck on the noose. I was told she runs the saloon.
Okay. You got it, boss.
You seen Arthur today?
This is Reginald stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Crushed during the bridge collapse.
Right, we have like all these quests and stuff, don't we? Location, conditions fair, report. I can't believe I'm still stuck in this law-forsaken town, but at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town. Produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. I wonder if I can find a dentist who'd pay something for the teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Weapons for the void.
You shopping for pre-owned or new? If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
A town built into the side of a mountain. You don't see that. You don't see one of those every day.
Yeah, and? Do I look like the city planner? I wasn't exactly consulted on the blueprints when Catherine started building out Fallbrook. But now that you mention it, I reckon she had her reasons to hide us.
From whom? Monarch is a lawless land.
We got smugglers, outlaws, mavericks, and Byzantium socialites flying in and out of Fallbrook all the time. Why openly spin in the board's eye?
Why the socialites? No, I think you're not telling me the whole story.
It might be that you're right. But I got no reason to trust you with the truth, now do I? Maybe if you were a better friend to Sublight. Ask me again if you're standing with Sublight and proves, and I'll feel more obliged to answer.
Interesting. Who's the top dog in these parts?
Town Sublight owned and run. Caters to a variety of clientele. The one you want to avoid pissing off the most is Catherine. Prove bad for her business, and she'll kneecap you without a second thought.
Let me see what you got. Anything good? Anything good? Just a bunch of melee weapons. Nothing good. Nothing good at all. Why didn't he repair that stuff? 15% discount.
Hungry? I'm famished myself. No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Let's deal. Oh, okay. The screen is cracked and most of the keys are non-functional, fused together from plasma damage. All but a few entries are unreadable. Of those remaining, only snippets can be viewed. Entry 1. Sauber, you are reassigned effective immediately. Must report to site. Safety Commander Sanders by transport provided by non-corporate contractor. Reliable. Proceed overland to research facility East Town, Fallbrook. Kind of whole facility is this? I'm never accepting a promotion again unless it comes with a gilded. Keeps losing her damn key card. Expects me to find it for her, not her effing Swain. At least Powell is easy on the eyes. Alarm went off again before I got a chance to try the weapon. Seen anything like it? Chastity used it for a prank. Now Sanders is gonna lock it up, and I'll never. Perfect for crowd control. Easy to maintain order in the townships once they get their hands on glue. This data pad contains the personal journal of Mercer Cole, a low-level sublight contractor. Most entries pertain to slagging his teammates or complaining about pay contracts. This last entry reads, "Can't believe we found Alavite gas in a hibernated Rizzo lab out in the dustback. Levite, Alaviti? Whatever it's spelled, it's worth a ton. Who would use that to make candy? Looks like old Gertie's hunch is gonna prove out. Not that I'll ever tell her so. The way she goes primal at the slightest hint of criticism. Too much product for us to transport. Gonna need a ship to smuggle this off-world. Probably need Lilia Hagen to send a team. No way Miss Malin can handle this job out of Fallbrook. Been working on Remy, plying him with the pale kale ale he likes. Figure if I get him nice and sloshed, he'll tell me the password into that place. Did some exploring while he and Gertie were testing the Alawiti gas. Found an old elevator shaft, a lab coat modded into a hidey spot for some dandified weapon. This thing's probably worth enough to make me a right top runger after I go back for it. Old Mercer's getting himself to Byzantium, you can bet on it. Can't let Remy or Gertie find out about it. Gertie'd go all full burn and demand I split the profits. Remy, he'd probably send me to the boneyard to keep it for himself. Okay, that's all we needed to do there. So now we have Errors Unseen and Space Crime Continuum over in the building over. And then we have a bunch of stuff in here. That's all Sprat Kings. And then the Empty Man. So, this is the lady we gotta talk to, but we will do that next time. As always, I appreciate y'all for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, peace out, y'all.